We are back in Greenville for the second game of 4. It is the ACC versus the Pac-12, the Miami Hurricanes and the USC Trojans, with the winner to face Auburn, the 2 seed in the Midwest bracket, on Sunday back here in South Carolina. Hello, friends. Jim Nance and Grant Hill, Bill Raftery, Tracy Wilson. Good to have you with us. It's going to be a good matchup here, and because it's so different in so many ways.
Fascinating. You have the 4 guards in stretch 4 of Miami versus the 4th tallest team in the nation in USC.
USC is going to really have to that offensive class, and also contain Charlie Moore. He's been around and he's productive.
You've seen him a lot of places. This is now the 4th time you've seen him with a different team, but he has been effective. Isaiah Wong is the only underclassman starting out of the first 10 on the floor. As you see, 3 seniors for Miami, 2 seniors for USC. Yeah, it's a good one. 2 long-time coaches, so well respected as Jim Larrañaga, who just became Miami's all-time winningest coach. 223 wins in 11 years after taking George Mason to the Final Four back in 2006. And the 9th year for Andy Enfield, who just recently got a massive contract extension.
Yeah, he snubbed us after he got the contract. Didn't really give us best wishes.
There are your officials. Bo Borowski, A.J. Desai, Chance Moore. And we're ready to roll. See who Auburn's opponent will be come Sunday.
Yeah, I love to talk to Grant about potential pro players, and Mobley improving on a regular basis now. Big upside to this kid.
Really has stepped up. His brother left last year and improved his play and really become the focal point of this USC attack.
It'll be Goodwin, though, jumping center for USC here for the opening tap. Wardenberg for the Hurricanes. These 2 programs, they've only met twice in history, opposite ends of the country. And we're ready to get rolling here in Greenville, and the tap comes down, and it's controlled by USC, Raf.
And with that, Jim Nance, Grant Hill, the Hurricanes go.
I think USC will have to go inside early. Maybe a little thin on the interior.
Ellis, one of those guys, can make some threes and put it on the deck. Peterson good without the ball. Nice cut.
Peterson gave it up. Good one blocked. Wardenberg says, no, get that out of here.
He fills the boxes, that kid.
Set now from the wing. That's a 3 off the mark for McGusty.
Agwampola, one of those kids that can contribute in a lot of areas. Mobley not shooting that as well of late. Much better with the bounce and setting up a post-up.
McGusty with the rebound, and as you pointed out, Grant, it's a lineup that really 4 guards and a forward for the Hurricanes. That lineup changed the season, the complexion of the season. Early on, they struggled. Larrañaga went to this lineup, and they had success.
Yeah, Jim, they really have embraced this small ball, and all 4 of those guards on the perimeter for Coach L are capable of going and getting a basket. So playing solid defense is a must for the Trojans.
Got a nice look there. I love his drive game, too, as well.
Here's Ellis taking it to the rim, and that's a 2nd block already for Wardenberg.
He's a solid kid. Passes, makes threes, guards. He's virtually their only big out there, as you noted.
Here's Moore.
This kid's got a great handle.
Ooh. Wong over Mobley from the baseline.
Get him going.
These guys are not intimidated by the length of USC at all. They had a fantastic season in the ACC and more than capable with that 3-guard attack.
Wong can make shots, tough shots.
Natural score.
14-6 in the regular season in the ACC. Knocked out in the semifinals of the ACC tournament by Duke.
A nice help. Nobody cut. Nobody dove to the rim.
And USC turns it over.
These first few possessions, really nothing in the paint for USC.
And Ellis was saying, hey, Agwampola dived to that rim, and basically to draw somebody, he would have an open look.
Wong trying to work the screen for a moment, not there. Moore driving, defender slips, Ellis down as Peterson has it for the Trojans. Missed their first 3 shots from the floor and turned it over once.
Peterson, great size for a guard, can make deep shots, put it on the deck as well. Nice hesitation. Pretty.
Tough shot. Almost goes for Ellis. Watch live men's games on your computer, phone, tablet, or streaming device with NCAA March Madness Live. Scan the QR code now to download.
Guys, I've been impressed. Wardenberg, 2 block shots early, contested right there on that Ellis layup. So showing some interior defense from the big fella.
Yeah, hurt that foot last year. Ended up looking at tape and scouting opponents. Really taught him a lot about the game.
There's Wong. Wong will head to the line for a couple.
Miami's like a pickup team. Right, nice and loose. Everybody's comparable size, ability to put it on the deck, get a piece of the lane. Auguste, Wong, mentioned Moore early.
I'm sure Coach Larinaga happy to see Wong hit an early shot. And one more free throw coming. He was 1 of 11 from the field against Duke in that semifinal game last week in Brooklyn, ACC tournament.
Talk about this team finishing 4th in the ACC regular season. Preseason, they were picked to be 12th.
Yeah.
How about that? Big compliment. There's Coach L, as they call him, 11th year at Miami, 36th year altogether out of Providence, a Friar.
Moving in on 700 career wins. There's a foul outside.
But really nice, simple little post rubs, little curl. Peterson out of Rice.
Foul on Auguste. USC's had 5 straight empty trips.
Really a nice post-up set, but good coverage.
Here's Peterson. Runner goes for the first points for the Trojans.
And he can play 6'9", versatile. With Mobley out, was able to beat UCLA at home. He was big, fantastic for them, so being aggressive early.
And Miller was a pretty good driver, too. That's what sets their shooting game up.
Ellis able to find it. Take off with it. To Peterson, and that's another turnover.
The Miami defense has been impressive, too. All in the right spot, help one another. Looks like they got USC very well scouted.
That's one of the strengths of Miami. They force turnovers at a high rate. Scrappy, they help. They have to have hustle out there and active hands. They have a guy in Charlie Moore who's all ACC defensive team, so.
Ethan Anderson on the floor. This kid plays an aggressive style of defense. Wouldn't mind getting down and dirty.
Boom. Wong with the 3. And that is pulled down by Morgan.
Excellent balance, Miami.
Here's Anderson, you spoke of.
Just got to elevate.
Just backing in on Wong. Now we'll give the fadeaway a go. Put back goes.
We're in the right spot, though.
So Morgan coming off the bench with a bucket. Couple of rebounds. Go with the field goal. First minute of play for him.
Great closeout there by Morgan, contesting that shot.
Agbonkpolo with the rebound.
Drop step, spin.
Nice.
Mobley. Tap, no. Goes long with the tap into the hands of Wong.
Nothing there. Extra pass, pretty.
Uplar passing up shots. They got an open look.
You can see they can really move it. Put some heat on those passes. Mobley's got his guy. Give it to him.
Post up, yeah.
And a foul, give a foul, Wong.
They were a little late.
Yeah. Could have been a deuce.
Got a mouse in the house.
Ooh.
Take care of the big fella.
Here is a look at advanced stats presented by Invesco QQQ. 14th best in Division I, averaging a point per possession. Miami Hurricanes.
Some size on this floor right now for USC. Taking advantage of it.
There's Mobley. Tried it with the left hand. And last touch by USC. Good call on this side.
Yeah, Morgan, you got a hand on it again. Pretty good rebounder.
Not a bad offensive set right there. Throw it inside, try to establish Mobley, just could not convert.
A little of a zone look here, Jim.
Yep, Anderson out at the top of it.
Yeah, 1-1-3. It'll.
Auguste right there at that free throw line. He's so good and dangerous at that spot.
So's this guy in the lane, Charlie. Auguste really hasn't put it on the deck and created. They got him late in the clock now.
7 to shoot. McGusty with a 3. And Anderson takes it for the Trojans.
Nice
up ahead.
pass.
Mobley. Oh, a little out of control. But he was fouled.
A nice give, too, by Anderson. Confident Mobley wouldn't charge. A lot of guards will lead you into that kind of a charge. But here, plenty of room. And he gets that nice little angle. Chance for 2.
So Isaiah at the line. His brother Evan was on the team last year. Part of the 1-2 punch out of the Mobley family. Father and assistant. They made it to the Elite 8 last year.
He got a nice gift from his brother, by the way. Nice automobile early in the year.
As he should.
I got a toy car when I graduated. A nice little camera shots of that early in the year.
They were so good last year defensively. Evan Mobley, the Pac-12 Defensive Player of the Year, but those numbers are still right there the same for USC this season.
Man, they do a great job, particularly with that field goal defense. Second in the Pac-12 with 38.
Look at this shot. More. These teams combined 3 for 19 in the first 6 minutes. That's a traveling call.
I wish I could say it's great defense.
That wasn't a good pass. Yeah, you're right. Agwampola put his pal in a bad situation.
And that's the thing with USC. They can turn the ball over. They have a tendency to be a little careless with the basketball. We talked to Andy Enfield yesterday, and he confirmed that. So the carelessness combined with Miami so good at turning the ball over, forcing turnovers, something to keep an eye on.
Now the Hurricanes, who have missed their last 6.
What a crossover. Wow, Wong. Talk about lingerie on the deck.
Yeah, how many different moves did he make on the way up?
Head and shoulder. Big time maneuver.
First basket in 4:55 for Miami. Peterson doubled up, splits it.
They're good at reading the trap when it's there. They're not a good look here.
Up pass.
Wow.
4th turnover committed by the Trojans, and now AT&T 5G takes us above the rim for one of the best plays so far.
It's like 1 against 3 right there.
Incredible. That great strength and body control. Some faulty passing by USC, huh?
Bensley Joseph now handling it for the Hurricanes. Turnaround shot off the mark. That was Walker. And now 2 on him quickly. Anderson gets it back.
So Miami has to play defensively, kind of jump the game up, traps. Of course, gang rebound against the length here of USC.
A little bit of a run and jump look at that half-court action.
Mobley's had both 3-point attempts for USC, missed them both. There is Wong.
Pretty. How he just extricated himself with a slight little arm bar.
He's got all 8 of Miami's points. There's Peterson. Way long with that one. Tapped back to Mobley. Mobley. And the Trojans again come up empty. Look at Wong. Oh, Wong now with 10.
How about that? Single-handedly.
You're not kidding.
Decimating that interior defense. Not abashed to the open floor.
Out of 6 from the field. Yeah. Wong with all 10 for the Hurricanes.
Right now, it's just been USC's inability to put the ball in the basket. 2 for 12 from the field, and then too many turnovers. 5 turnovers early on. That's really been the difference.
And Mortenberg back in on the floor. Guard play, so important anytime right now. Value the ball for USC. They got, in a sense, 2 combo guards running the show. Look at this defense, though. Really impressive.
Mobley has missed all 4 from the field.
Nice
pass. Sets up Goodwin.
Boy, nice little dive, too, to circle the rim. Present yourself. Hey, Chavez.
First basket in 4 minutes and 10 seconds for USC.
And 2 strong guys here.
Wong has been the best on the floor. He got fouled. Anderson thought it was clean, but they'll be shooting free throws after the under 12. During the timeout, Tracy spoke to Coach Enfield.
Coach, 5 turnovers early, and you're struggling to get an
we're playing
offensive.
very poorly. We're turning the ball over, throwing it to the wrong team, throwing it out of bounds. We look like we've never played basketball before, so we got to start playing basketball if we want to win this game.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Don't think he was too happy.
I think Andy thought Tracy had a turnover. This game will drive you crazy. And Grant, you were saying off air, they're going a little bit smaller just to match up with this Miami team.
They have to. 2 guards out there, Anderson and Ellis at the same time. You haven't seen much of that lineup from USC, but this speed and the way Miami junks the game up defensively, multiple ball handlers, a must.
And he was saying he wouldn't adjust the small ball, but I think its impact is obvious.
Peterson goes back out to Ellis.
He can do that.
Oh, that one halfway down. Mobley saves the possession. Gets it back out to Ellis. And he knocks down the 3. Just had a big game in their semifinal matchup in the Pac-12 tournament against UCLA.
That's his 56th of the year. He can drill, and we're going a little bit of a zone to contain the dribble drive.
Had 27 against the Bruins. Here's a lob.
Wow.
Wow.
I mean,
Pretty athletic, huh?
Not often you alley-oop to a 6'3" guy. I mean,
That's the exception.
that is the exception.
Nice play to back screen, the zone to get him free.
They scored all their points thus far.
Ellis hits the deck.
Ooh. Number 6, huh?
Yep.
North Carolina, the Tar Heels used to run a little play like this against the zone, back screen, and look at that. Not a great pass, but a beautiful catch. Great concentration, multiple screens there, the back line of that zone, and that's how you attack a zone defense for sure.
That was the Carolina play, you're right.
I remember, trust me.
Over your head.
Hurricanes go back out with it. They're 0 for 6 from 3, but Wong, then all the offense comes up short this time.
Mortenberg, I thought he could have got more out of that little flash to the post. Turn to take the shot or disperse. But they are solid defensively. Look at this little help drag screen. Stay with the trap, too.
Ellis to Peterson, and he bangs home a 3.
And that's important right there. You have to be able to attack that trap, get it to the weak side, and shoot those 3-pointers with confidence.
SC coming out of that timeout and getting a 3 from Ellis and then 1 from Peterson.
This is where they're vulnerable, I think.
McGusty rattles it out.
And Grant, to your point, the 2 guards said they're moving the ball better. Boogie with a nice pass for that corner jumper. Good step through.
Peterson too strong with the shot inside. Goodwin gets it back and he scores.
What effort. Flexing, and why not?
Back home in South Carolina, the senior from Columbia, and SC has its first lead.
With the Charleston and Wofford.
Gusty comes in close and banks it in.
And that kid's special. He's really talented. 17 a game in the ACC. Hasn't got going yet, but maybe that will.
The first Miami player to score other than Wong in this game. And it took almost 11.5 minutes to get a second player in the scoring column.
A good cover on the opposite corner.
Dixon Waters. Back to Ellis.
Nobody on the block offensively. They spaced 5 on the perimeter. They just spaced that floor.
Now back to the man.
Boy, Anderson slipped and regrouped. McGusty now. Fight on the floor for it. It's going to be Ellis.
Miller and
Tangle there.
Waters getting into it.
A giveaway deep. Charlie Moore.
At the under 8. Finally, some shots are dropping in this one. Miami's up a point. Back in Greenville, Tracy a moment ago with Coach L.
Coach, a good start defensively to this half. What will be the sticking point in the huddle right now, though?
Well, we've been trapping them a little bit and having success early, but when they've gotten it out of the traps, they've gotten some open threes. We're going to have to do a better job of rotating so that they don't get an open man.
Thanks a lot.
And again, thank you, Trace, making adjustments early in the season. They had a tournament in the Orlando area early in the season. They lost by 16 to Dayton, by 32 to Alabama. And then they decided, we're going small. All of a sudden, they were on a roll.
And unfortunately, as Grant mentioned, I think USC putting 2 guards in, they're handling things better, getting the ball out of the trap with ball rotation.
Goodwin.
Kobe Johnson on the floor for USC. Pretty good defender, steals, had 5 against Oregon State this year.
Moore. Gets it back outside. Wardenberg.
He's never in a hurry, Wardenberg.
Wow, that's some move right there. Jordan Miller.
How about that? That was impressive. Pretty clever, very good at the rim, that kid.
Gives him 10 points a game.
But they are really rotating, trapping the ball screen. Well, look at this, just forcing them into mistakes.
Don't miss the Impractical Jokers like you've never seen before. The Jokers return with a big new episode with special guest Eric Andre, April 2nd, after NCAA coverage on True TV.
And Raph, you know, Coach L plays really his starters a bulk of the game, so he doesn't use his bench a whole lot. But the way they work on defense, the extra effort, it's impressive.
Very much so.
They've scored only 13 off the bench total in their last 4 games. Talking about Miami. To your point, Grant.
A lot of guys 30-plus minutes a game.
Here's Moore.
He loves that step back.
Good job. He got separation from Peterson.
Confident, crafty.
Chicago toughness. Morgan Park, if I'm not mistaken. I think they won the state title. Look at this kid again.
There is out. Moore for 2 more, and it's 8 unanswered now for the Hurricanes.
In the passing lanes, forcing turnovers. It's Hurricane basketball at its best.
And they grunt you at this end. A lot of physicality. Seems to get Mobley inside on a roll.
Mobley out high.
Nice pass.
Goodwin is rejected.
3 for Wardenberg.
Well, they look sharp right now, Miami. He was looking for Moore to go for a back cut. He wants a shot.
He's going to take it.
He'll do that.
He's off balance.
He pushes the envelope once in a while. I guess you got to give him a little license.
This is exactly how Miami wants to play. Force turnovers, speed you up on offense, take you out of your game, and then one-on-one isolation, attack that defense of USC.
Well, they've got 3 steals. They've forced 8 turnovers. That is their game.
And Joseph on the floor, he just creates havoc. Great defender, nice little cross screen to get Mobley alone.
That's 4. Another block by Wardenberg.
How about that?
He's looking like Kessler.
High praise.
He had 9 blocks to Kessler in the first game. Auburn win over Jacksonville State. McGusty.
Now he's missed a couple of those pull-up jump shots early, but he can make that. He loves to take tough shots, contested shots. and knock them down.
10-0 run after USC took the lead for just a matter of seconds.
They are sharp. Going under when they have to. Going over when it's necessary.
SC's gone scoreless now for the last 4 minutes.
Look at Moore helping out again.
Wardenberg again got a hand on it, but they say it's a foul.
He has been some presence. 4 blocks already, and maybe a 5th penalized by the quick whistle. Maybe you got him for that little nickel dimer reach in. But boy, up top.
Didn't see a whole lot there.
Oh, not at all. I should have watched more tape when I was a kid.
With Chavez, good one at the line. Good one, you mentioned, Billy. The stops at College of Charleston and Wofford. Played in the NCAA tournament for Wofford, which is only about, 30 miles from here. It's part of that team, talking about Goodwin, that defeated Seton Hall and gave Kentucky fits several years back.
All those
second round.
Deep threes, as I recall.
Oh, yeah.
Just a little run out ball screen. The catalyst up top, one word, very heady.
Miller, tough shot. There, 2 swats at it, both missed.
He found the seam right there between the 2 defenders.
He's very good using the rim on drives. And good understanding of when to cut. I think he bounced the post up.
Peterson dished at the last moment, and Anderson, they were out of sync.
They really are. Look
As
at
they
this
have been. McGusty lays it in for the double-digit lead, and a timeout called by SC.
Points off turnovers. There's a reason the most efficient transition offensive team in the nation. Miami all in control here in the first.
Catch the House of Highlights Creator League featuring viral creators Cash Nasty, Cam Wilder, Devontae Friga, and more. Competing every week, one-on-one basketball games. Watch live on House of Highlights YouTube as they compete for a chance to play in the House of Highlights Creator League Championship. That's on April the 3rd. Here's your summary as Miami has only committed 1 turnover, forcing 9. While USC has gone through field goal droughts of over 3 minutes, another one for over 4 minutes, currently gone over 5 minutes now for yet another drought.
Bad ball handling, but also great Miami defense. The structure has been extraordinary.
Starting lineup back in the game for USC. Excuse me, Morgan's in the game for Goodwin.
Mobley.
Step in a little bit.
Great trap by McGusty.
Peterson, 6-7 dribbles, still has it.
Really stymied under 3 to go. Got to shoot it.
Ellis got it away in time. Tapped out to him. They've got the numbers. He's got an open lane, and he throws it right into the hands of Miller.
And nobody back.
2 at the other end for Moore.
Boy, they are really being out hustled, out scrapped, out thought. Right now, USC's got to get some composure.
Well, every time they try to post up Mobley, they do a great job of trapping.
Look at this.
Look at this. Moore takes it right away. Comes up short.
I don't know if he was looking for the foul or being cute, but trying to get there with the rim, keep it advance. Yeah.
See why Moore is all ACC defensive team member. Tough pass. It wasn't there, and there he is again.
And nobody back again. Good control here.
Miller. Definitely the quicker team.
Why not?
Quicker hands, getting every loose ball, and it's going back to SC.
That's a great point. They are on top of their game and taking advantage of any lapses, mental lapses, really. Here, nobody in the location, and all of a sudden, a run out. Charlie the Wise.
We were talking to Andy yesterday in the shoot-around about that Gonzaga game in the regional final last year and how ugly it was in the first half. Still upset about it.
Right. Some similarities,
I was
right?
going to say. It's a team that in the tournament beat Kansas last year by 31 in one of the rounds to get to the last 8.
And plenty of time here to finish it strong.
6 dribbles in the post to get.
Peterson.
Tough shot.
I like the call, though. Even though he made it into a tough shot, let him slip in there, at least get a decent look.
First basket in 7 minutes.
This is where they got to tee it up, Grant.
Got to get stops.
He's got a great handle because the
Baseliner doesn't drop. That's Anderson coming out with it.
and look at the orange back too.
Mobley, can he get going?
Got it? No.
I would have liked to see him maybe run to the basket, not to run to the three-point line on that transition play.
Particularly when you're not shooting it well of late.
He's 0 for 6 for the game.
You say the best. It's almost like they don't run plays. They just have sort of philosophy, and they such a patient team, experienced Miami.
Joseph trying to stick that deep one.
Like playing pickup ball in East Orange.
The old neighborhood. Nice cut.
Underneath and up and in. Basket by Dixon Waters.
Getting some legs under them now. Get a stop here. Good one at the other end. Get themselves back in it.
Coming up, AT&T at the half, scores and highlights. The latest NCAA tournament news all coming up on AT&T at the half. Purdue a winner here in the afternoon as the Big Ten got an earlier victory from Ohio State. Now the Boilermakers add another one.
Big Ten trying to avenge their tournament performance from last year.
And yesterday when Indiana and Iowa both lost.
Illinois coming up, I guess, right?
I was surprised at the Iowa game. I mean, just what we saw last week, the Big Ten tournament, but I guess nothing should surprise you in the tournament.
A little dangerous here. 2-1. Let's pass it. Make them use clock. And back to zone. They've been flashing and doing a job, dribble drive and finding people.
And watch McGusty. He loves to hover around that free throw line against his zone.
Shot clock at 7. Wardenberg left open.
Wide open. He can shoot it.
He's had a fine half.
Great job flashing to that foul line.
And that's his first points. Go with 3 rebounds and 4 blocks. Take the last shot if they want it.
They're going to trap the ball screen. I would stay away from it.
Trap or switch.
Peterson,
Nice
with
pump.
5.
Tough shot.
Short with it. Moore heaves it, 3/4 court. Almost!
That's his range. Nobody has more confidence in their game. Mo of Moore.
Off the glass, off the front of the rim, it took a peek and somehow stayed out.
I mean, I've been impressed at 5'11", just dominating this game and almost called glass. A little kiss, a big kiss.
Woo, a double smooch.
Oh man, if that had gone in.
Look at that, was dead on, Grant.
Tracy, over to you.
Thanks a lot, Coach. 12 turnovers, 12 points off turnovers. How are you able to force them so out of sync?
Well, that's the way we've played all season long. Our guys are just doing a good job of executing our game plan.
How about the big guy? Because they talked about their size, but your big guy stepping up big with 4 blocks and a shot there.
Yeah, Sam Wardenberg's terrific. He's a great defender. He can block shots, and he's very good at handling the ball at the top of the key. He can make those 3-pointers, and like you saw, made that nice 15-footer against their zone.
Appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Trace.
All right, Trace, USC with a season-low 20 first-half points. At the intermission, Miami 31, USC 20. We'll send you to AT&T at the half after these messages. You're watching the NCAA Men's Basketball Championship. Here's a look at the AT&T 5G first-half stats. No threes for Miami. They've been out-rebounded by 9. But it all gets down to what they've been able to force. Plus with 7 steals versus only 1. This has been the recipe for Coach Larinaga and Miami this season.
Yeah, Coach L forcing turnovers, helter-skelter out there, junking the game up a little bit, and being very efficient on the offensive end as well.
No threes, though, right? Just one?
No
If I'm
threes.
mistaken, yeah, it's unbelievable.
Yep.
Counter that. What are you going to do with Mobley? I mean, we got to get him in this game somehow. Low post, they double, maybe the elbow, maybe the top. They just are out of rhythm. The guards have to move the ball and be solid.
Yeah, Mobley 0 for 6 from the field. Let's get over to Tracy.
Jim, Andy Enfield frustrated by the turnovers, the self-inflicted wounds, the poor decision-making, missing the easy shots. You mentioned Mobley and Ellis. He said, your best guys have to play their best in the NCAA tournament. They went small, we saw in the second half of that first half. He said they'll start big here, but expect them to go small again.
Yeah, okay, Tracy. And Ellis was 1 out of 6. He's not on the floor to start the second half. It's Anderson. And he makes a nice driving basket. The Trojans' first trip down the floor to open the second half.
And I like the action, too. A lot of activity. Mobley slips, clear route, nice little dribble drive finish.
Gusty, meanwhile, pull-ups.
Too easy.
And Peterson clears it for the Trojans, up ahead to Anderson. Gonna make that same move. Shot's not there. Mobley, big shot for him. Got a 3, first basket of the game.
Well, that's got to give him some confidence.
His first two.
He's been struggling.
He has been, but Anderson making things happen. That change in the starting lineup here in the second half, paying off these first 2 possessions for USC.
Yeah, 5 points in 40 seconds for SC as Peterson knocked it away for a moment. It's Miller back out high. Wong, who scored the Hurricanes' first 13 points.
He's got some bounce, doesn't he? Tough shot.
Oh, it went in! Off the glass, and he wanted a foul on top of it. No call, right over Mobley.
Goodness, sweet little kiss.
His first point since 10:47 was left on the clock in the first half.
The cuts right now, better energy from USC.
Back to Mobley. No, it is taken away by Miller. He read that one coming. As Wong goes back out to top of the key, but a charge on the drive on Wong.
A little out of control there as he got to the rim. And Wong always in speed control. How about this delivery? A little hang time. Wong.
Double pump right here. Good defense by Mobley. Better offense and concentration touch by Wong.
But then called for the charge, which goes in the books as a turnover. First Miami turnover in 18 minutes, and only their second of the game.
And sometimes for a team, you can try to take advantage of your mismatch and you force things. USC now running their sets, leading to better opportunities.
Peterson stuck.
Oh,
He's called for a foul.
That elbow violate the cylinder is what Andy's looking for on the sideline. Well, he is in there too.
He is.
Tell you what, even the 3 of us don't violate our cylinders.
We know better.
Yeah, exactly. He paid mightily. Now they're going to look for the elbow. I don't think they can change the call.
It appears that, you know, McGusty, wow, he's right in there on.
He made it, didn't he?
Yeah. Got to give a little bit of space to allow the offensive player, but I don't know. Look at Peterson might have thrown his elbow a little bit there on that play.
And Gene, what do you think they're going to come away with?
You know, I agree with the guys that, you know, when he's not only going upward, he comes forward and delivers that arm toward his opponent's head. To me, I'm okay if they upgrade that to flagrant 1 because that's a motion toward his opponent with some aggression with that right arm, contact to the head. That's what that flagrant 1 definition is to me. That's unnecessary and unwarranted for sure.
Gene, you don't think he invaded first, though, into the cylinder?
You know, Ref, they do look at that. It's a great point. I think when 23 starts to come, he allows the freedom of movement motion to begin, but he definitely closes it in. Then you have to look and see, where did the elbow occur? Is it in front of the player, his original kind of parallel space? Because he's allowed that 2 feet in front of him. He kind of leans into it, so he's squeezing that space as the defender's coming toward him. You know, and that's where the judgment of Bo Borowski and the guys that are looking at it look. But to me, that feels like a right arm moving toward his opponent in an aggressive fashion. And I feel that that's a flagrant foul, in my opinion.
I never got a call from Gene in my lifetime.
Here comes Bo Borowski over to tell us.
By rule, cylinder plays are reviewable. And on that particular play, the defender's hand was on the hip when the contact occurred. By rule, we're dropping the offensive foul and calling the cylinder foul.
Gene, I have bad news for you.
That's the first time I think
You know,
Gene's
Ralph,
been wrong.
No, they're calling the
I
cylinder
gotta say though,
rule,
Grant,
and by rule they eliminate the foul.
and he went to the hand on the waist prior to, so they can officiate the whole thing. And he felt like that cylinder and the hand check early caused the cylinder, and then didn't think then that that contact would have been what would become a dead ball technical. Didn't think we were going there either. So, Raph, you're right, as you used to be more times than not when I'd be reffing and you were
You
coaching.
just made my day. I haven't heard that in years from you.
Thank you, Gene. There's a foul again. This is going to be on Wong.
Minus those last 2 turnovers by USC, they've just been more decisive offensively. Of course, that's how they got to creep back into the game, but also conversely getting stops on the other end, which they've done. Miami hasn't scored this half.
That's a 3rd foul on Wong. Who envisioned greatness today? Tune in to Inside March Madness presented by Buick and find out. So Dixon Waters with one more.
You know, to Grant's point, there's a lot more energy out there for USC. I mean, activity, cutting, screening, moving.
So Wong to the bench with those 3.
I think Wardenberg would be more of a threat, to be honest with you. I mean, he's very unselfish, little pick and pop.
Here he is.
Again, I thought he could have taken something for himself.
Gave it up instead, and that's going to be a foul call on Anderson.
Well, 2 tough guys going after one another. Joseph with Anderson tagging him.
And in that first half, Miami forcing turnovers, getting out in transition, but now having to set up against this defense.
Moore lobs it, and lobs it too far.
Peterson underneath.
Yeah, shoved from the back.
A little Tavern League discard. You know, it's beneath your levels.
Pushed him in the back, and Walker lost his shoe in the process. Once again, Moore, his ability to turn the corner and make the right read.
Well, he just froze the D totally, didn't he?
Where Walker's dangerous. Slashing.
He's good at that rim.
Gusty.
He hasn't hit that shot with consistency today.
He is tough generally in that mid-range.
Mobley's already hit 1 this half. Give him 2. Give him 2.
Is he looking over at
Hey,
you?
I think he's looking at Jim.
I think
I think it was you, and I think he knows.
He heard your call at Riviera. He didn't like it.
I think he knows one of us said he's got to get going in this half.
Maybe they had the audio in the locker room. Nice negation.
What a block. Up ahead, there he is. Moore trying to defend, and he avoids the charge. Good job there by Isaiah Mobley, who's come out big time in this second half.
What a difference in attitude right now.
Got a 1-point game here, fellas.
I think it was Tracy's interview with Andy that got him going, though. Sparked this run.
The last 7 points to USC, and big part of it, why? Mobley.
And Mobley's got himself going here, knocking down a 3 to start the second half, and then that trailer 3. Beautiful drive and transition as well, and a couple nice stares over at us. So he's getting it going from the big fella.
Big attitude adjustment. They look much tougher and involved. Tough shot again.
Comes off the floor to Anderson. Hit their last 5 shots.
Short.
Miller takes it.
He's got a great handle, doesn't he? Cross, Moore gets wherever he wants.
In control.
It's been a 12-2 start to the second half for USC. As Moore goes back out. Wardenberg hands it off to the point guard, and that shot is blocked. Blocked by Dixon Waters.
Pretty good reaction.
It's for the lead. Yes!
How about that?
On both ends.
Goodness, providing a big-time lift.
Block it one end, like I said, and hits the shot at the other.
Now USC playing defense like Miami did in the first half.
Much more attuned.
SC's first lead since 14-13. A lead that lasted 16 seconds. Moore.
A little bit of a settle. Trying to do it all, not running the show, not the same kind of mobility.
All of a sudden, the script has flipped.
Amazing. Halftime speech. Get them involved, a lot more energy on that offensive end.
The best of the NBA go head-to-head in pursuit of winning a championship. The NBA playoffs presented by Google Pixel, beginning April 17th on TNT. Pac-12 so far in this tournament. 5-0 record in the round of 64. 1-0 this year.
So right now, they got to get back to getting after people, Miami. Be more aggressive on this defensive end.
Pac-12's win in this tournament so far came last night. UCLA over Akron. Wasn't easy.
No. Heck of an ending.
Dixon Waters driving in. He's come off the bench and delivered big time.
This kid does a lot of things great. Excuse me, Grant. Cuts well, puts it on the deck.
It's a 12-0 run for SC. Meanwhile, Miami's missed its last 5 from the floor, squandering a 13-point lead.
Anderson in the mix again. Was that problem?
Timeout called, I believe. I think he got the call. Wardenberg from the floor. He got it. He got the timeout. The arrow would have belonged to Miami, but he saves the arrow. Timeout, Hurricanes. Coca-Cola Zero Sugar, best Coke ever. Who's deciding these things? Well, maybe we just have to try it and see. Debate the GOATness. It's a 17-2 run to start the second half. And over to you, Tracy.
Jim, we haven't seen Boogie Ellis yet this half. He started the game but went 1 for 6 with 3 turnovers. I was told there is nothing physically wrong with him. It is a coach's decision, but you mentioned it in the timeout, Grant, that the move to Anderson has certainly sparked something for USC.
Well, the USC bench, 5 for 5 field goals, 13 points, 13-0 advantage, bench points. Here's Wong, the hot start.
What a bad foul.
That's a good one. It came crashing in on him.
All you got to do is contest. Your size and everything else.
And with a guy like Wong, too, this can get him going, get to the free throw line. But you're right. Don't foul a three-point shooter that far away from the basket. And remember in the first half when Miami was struggling, Wong put up a quick 13.
Thank you, man.
When you foul a three-point shooter, never look at the bench. It's not a pleasant sight.
I think when I fouled, period, I never looked at the bench.
Here's Wong, third team All-ACC. Out of Piscataway, New Jersey. Got 2 more coming.
The Garden State.
You familiar with that?
That was your home years ago as a youngster.
Colts Neck.
Leading scorer in high school.
No. That's where it is. But did people realize you one time were the all-time leading high school scorer in the state history?
Boy,
I didn't know that.
Okay.
Speaking of goatness,
I didn't lead in assists. I know that.
you still have 1 record. Most attempts.
You got to give yourself a chance.
Late at night, you mean most attempts?
Bouncing around and controlled by Miami. Wong, who has the first 6 points of the second half, make it the first 8. So he scores the first 13 of the game for Miami, then gets the first 8 of the second half for Miami. It's Mobley.
Look at his versatility right there. Might have got away with an offensive foul.
They rushed him into a bad one, really.
Not running their sets right now, USC. Playing into Miami's hands.
Coach L put Wong back in, even with the foul problem. So they were struggling. Here he goes again.
Not that time. Peterson.
Let Anderson run the show. There you go.
So thanks to Wong, they're able to come out of that break, take the lead back.
Quicker pass. He had a good look.
He's hit 1 from here. He's got another. Dixon Waters.
And he has shot the 3 well this year, 43% from the 3-point line. But his impact here in this second half on both ends. Paying off.
Freshman from Long Beach.
Yeah, 22 threes on the year made.
Ortberg
Nice.
takes it to the rack. Too strong.
They may got away with one on the reach in.
Peterson doubled up in the backcourt. And a foul call on Moore for pushing off. Get coverage, complete coverage of the NCAA Division I Women's Tournament on NCAA.com.
Moore with his second foul.
So now we see Ellis for the first time in the second half.
They don't have Ellis handling the ball. Peterson. See if USC can run their offense like they had with Anderson in the game. Almost a turnover.
And it's on the line. And they do turn it over.
Isn't it funny? You try to rest the guy maybe. All of a sudden it changes the format of your offense. That was a long distance pass as well. And Miami stepping it up a little bit, fighting over ball screens and dribble exchange.
USC plus 14 in rebounding. Miami without a single offensive rebound in this game.
Oh, another foul.
Once again, they foul Wong way outside. This one on Peterson.
I think it was two, yeah.
It's a two-point shot.
And that ability to contest without fouling. You know Wong is trying to get it going, and Peterson makes the effort, but you can't be in the landing space. I think Peterson got him low.
Got the legs, yeah.
Got the legs.
Right to get down. You know who was tough? He probably Bruce Bowen.
He did that all the time.
He did. He
got
broke
away with
more
it.
ankles than Tiny Archibald.
Let me show you something, guys. When Wong was just a kid, he had to sign a contract to play basketball for his mother. Some of the things she had on the list, included some things to do around the house, eat healthy, make your bed. But you had to have a certain grade point average. You had to have at least to be average, or you were not going to be allowed to go and play basketball. Like Lachelle, who's here today.
I like that.
I would be on the Tiddlywinks team, I think, if I had to follow all those rules. That's why he turned out this way, though.
That foul call is going to send him to the line.
Could be
Waters. It is. That's four. Let's see.
Yep, it
Big
is.
call here. It is 4 on Wong, who's put up 22 for Miami. And the game is tied in the second half here in Greenville. Watch live men's games on your computer, phone, tablet, or streaming device with NCAA March Madness Live. Scan the QR code now to download. And now thrilling drives presented by Nissan. This was the start of the second half.
Yeah, Ethan Anderson, what he has done, a calming influence, runs the team, makes great decisions, a glue guy, just keeps it simple, and it's paid off here in this second half for USC, running their offense and executing precisely.
And Wong has to sit with the 4. He fouled. Reese Dixon Waters will be at the line now.
This kid's done a great job. Really solid ability to run the floor, pull-up game.
The leading scorer for the Trojans with 12. 4 out of 5 from the field. Give him 13. Over to you, Trace.
Jim Larinaga, during that break, he said they're making their threes now. We need to switch the ball screens, stay between them and the basket, take charges and rebound. He said they controlled the game for 10 minutes. Now it's our time, play our game, defensive rebound, and run.
Let's see if they can turn the momentum. Agmon Polo comes back to the floor.
It's going to be difficult for Miami without Wong on the floor. Who's going to manufacture some baskets for Miami?
I'm just going to say it's got to be him. We're good. Not one of those big-time threats on the floor now for Poplar.
Hand check foul. Called on USC, called on Peterson. 15 foul. That's the 3rd on Peterson.
Vesky's one of those guys that can create for others if he doesn't have something, but taking it himself this trip.
Goodwin pulls it down for SC.
Boogie can be a calming influence.
Mobley.
Nice cut.
Look at these passes.
Wow, dangerous.
From the floor, Goodwin has it picked by Miller. And here comes Miami. Moore racing down the floor. And it's dunked down by Walker.
I thought that was going to be one of those disastrous trips, but great find by Moore.
First points of the half for Miami by someone other than Wong.
You see, with Anderson out of the game, the offense of USC all over the place.
Nice steal.
Oh, it's stolen. Looking behind the back, trying to get around Mobley.
They got hurt too, Moore, on that hit. This is one of where the coach is saying, back it out, not Charlie Moore. Drags two to the baseline, and how about that little finish?
Yeah, first
Walker.
bench points of the game come on that emphatic dunk by Anthony Walker.
He's pretty tough around that tin.
Andy Enfield rightly bringing Anderson back into the game. Their offense just been all over the map, scattered. Poor shot selection, not the execution we saw. So
They can't go and look for Bobby Hurley on the bench, right? Of course, at your
That
head,
is
you know,
true.
running the show.
just give him the ball.
Yeah, most guys are combo guards anymore, but Anderson has been sound. And Boogie's got to match it, too.
It looked like Boogie was grabbing his right ankle there on the bench. That would hurt.
Yeah. Got his foot caught. I don't think there was any intention
Yeah.
on that, do
It
you?
looked like Mobley might have rolled his right ankle
Yeah,
too.
he did.
I'd be out for 3-4 weeks with that.
Just a common foul is what they've determined.
Borowski letting us know. But both games, it's been very well officiated. Wouldn't you agree?
I agree.
Game tied. The winner to play Auburn on Sunday in the round of 32.
Ooh, got to be careful. Jammed up, Popper.
Nice.
Wow, what an assist by Moore as Miller is the recipient.
And Raph Moore right now just taking over on both ends of the floor. Steals, assisting. His energy contagious.
And he knew what was going to be run. Nice little lob. A great preparation. Again, empty side, they love this. Got to go at the rim.
5 to shoot. Peterson.
Nah. Not a good trip.
Now Moore. Trying to get free, has to give it up. Top block.
Length of Agbankolo on Moore. Try to contain him.
He's got a great handle, McGusky.
Interior pass. And free throws coming for Miami.
And Miller with a really clever move, getting free.
So that foul called on Dixon Waters.
And Miller has been impressive. His basket cuts and knowing when to find them. He loves to hover around that paint area. But this guy's finding him and him making something happen out of nothing.
Yeah, does a lot of nice things too. Pretty good offensive rebounder as well.
We'll need one more. He transferred from Larenega's old school, George Mason, where he was all Atlantic 10. And Larenega will tell you, is, for his size, as good of offensive rebounder, to your point, Raph, that he's ever coached. Although, again, the Hurricanes do not have a single offensive board in this game.
It's incredible.
It is. They almost got one.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, nice call.
Good feeling.
Oh, and Peterson with a run in here. Moore sells it. Very clever.
That's 4 on Peterson.
This is one of those unfortunate situations. No intent, but a bang anyhow.
Definitely contact, but he definitely sold it, as you said.
Be a 1-and-1 for Moore. And you both alluded to earlier Charlie's journey. He actually originally signed with Memphis, but then Josh Pastner left Memphis to go to Georgia Tech. Then he played for Cal, Kansas, DePaul, Miami. He's hit the power conferences.
He's hit them all. And
He's a good judge, right? Maybe he'll be on the NCAA committee next year. Power conferences.
Well, I'll tell you what, Coach L.
At least 30 games at all of these schools.
Coach L has compared his impact on this team to Chris Paul when he was at Wake Forest.
Wow.
And you can see it here on display on both ends.
Got over 150 games already in his career.
Last 5 points to Miami. While SC has gone 3.5 without a basket.
See if they get a little composure. Anderson back on the floor.
Here he is. Dumping it down low into a double team. Good one. Ball stripped away. Poplar has it. 3-on-1.
Pretty
Back
give.
to him.
Pretty give. Under control.
Able to run the break and up the lead to 5 with 9 minutes left. Seven unanswered.
Nobody wants the perimeter. He had to post up if he wanted it.
Feeds the corner. There's a 3. It drops.
Hang on, hold on. Put on the deck earlier. 26 threes in the year. Great length to defend, too.
They needed that one. That breaks a 4-minute and 40-second field goal drought. Outside push off against USC.
Walker doing a nice job. Just a little hesitate blow by.
Hold on. Chavez Goodwin.
It's a smart play, understanding that now you're in the bonus. Put the ball on the floor, try to generate some contact, get to the free throw line.
One of those kids that keeps after it, Jim.
1-1. Yeah, Walker, who started a lot of games last year with a lot of injuries. Didn't start really playing true competitive basketball until a sophomore in high school. He gets 1 out of 2. Lead is 3.
Nice look.
Goodwin waits and gets fouled.
Anderson, right? A good find.
Great pass and great patience there by Goodwin. Ball fake, get the defender in the air. Of course, get to the free throw line where Goodwin has struggled at times this season.
He's played the second most college basketball games, Division I level, all time, to Bohannon of Iowa.
I was going to say.
I know number 2. I was going to say. 171, right?
Yeah, this is number 172.
Okay.
It's a lot of basketball. This is an area where he has struggled, came into the game 47% at the free throw line, so maybe not a bad foul on Miami. Goodwin.
Yeah, just raised 100 miles away, and Columbia misses both. And we've got a player down. That's Dixon Waters for USC. Now he's going to get down to the other end of the floor. McGusty.
And look who's there.
Look who got the rebound.
Yeah, exactly. And then give up on a nice little strip from behind.
Good job, Mobley. Sets up Goodwin.
Really alert to look down the other end of the floor.
Really quickly to make that decision.
Absolutely. And he's got a tough assignment now with Moore. Once he gets it, he's going to go. How about that?
Are you guys going to leave me out here? I'll show you my outside game.
Yeah.
Comes up short.
Got to run some stuff. But always get that one.
Miami has not made a 3 in this game.
Incredible.
0 for 12. Mobley fighting for it, and it's going to foul call on Jordan Miller. We got a good one going here in Greenville. USC down 13 early, now down 1. Miami leads it by 1. Turned it over only twice. Wong with 22 points. He's been sitting for a while with 4 fouls, but he's coming back in. Mobley having a big second half for SC.
Yeah, Jim, Isaiah Mobley setting the table here. Beautiful drive and kick to the corner. And this loose ball, the awareness, finding Goodwin open for the easy two. Didn't have a great first half, Isaiah Mobley, but picking it up, making winning plays for his ball club.
And you have 6 assists.
Leading the team right now in assists.
Yep.
They're much more organized. I attribute that to Anderson as well. Wong back on the floor, too.
Yeah, he went out, by the way, when the game was tied at 40 at the 11:50 mark. So he set for 4.5, a little bit more.
Yeah, he's an aggressive driver. He's going to have to be very careful.
And Mobley.
His father, Eric Mobley.
How about this family, huh?
Aggressive
players. Impressive guy, too. Spent some time with him early in the year when I was at a USC practice.
10 points for Isaiah, all coming in this half. McCusty. Big jump cut and tapped around back to him.
The most dangerous right now.
Gusty. Tough shot. Got it. All net.
That might have been his toughest one yet. Great defense there by Dixon Waters. Gusty trying to get it going.
And the lead swings back to the Canes by 1. Anderson tries to fight off Moore.
See if they come with help. He likes to bounce to a post up. Little hook.
Not there. It goes back outside. Dixon Waters with the floater.
How about this kid's playing with a lot of confidence. Drives it well.
The X factor for sure for USC. Now with 16. That's a career high. What a time to have it.
Well, they've been doing a good job going under when they have to on these screens if it's out too far. Now they ice it.
Wow.
Well, there's got to be a threat.
Back to Moore. Long range 3. It's a beauty.
He's unbelievable. I tell you, that kid does not lack for confidence.
Anderson now. Mobley trying to create. And there's a reach in coming on Miami. What a shot by Moore a moment ago.
Fantastic range right here. Not a great possession. Bails him out. And we saw him take a couple of those earlier in the game, and I think he may have even airballed one. But the trust that Coach L has in Moore and his confidence and ability to step up and make timely shots for his team.
And he took that while stepping on the logo, right on the bracket.
When he gets a little more experience, he'll take more of those shots.
Mobley back to the line. Peterson back on the floor for the Trojans with his 4 fouls. 1-1. One or two.
Around 70% from that line by the big guy.
Interesting, Peterson with 4 is guarding Moore. See if Moore has the awareness to try to attack him, draw that 5th foul.
And he's got to drop back Peterson too. Just challenge straight up on a contest. Wong loves to go to the rim.
What a block. Brought it right down. Goodwin. All ball. To the corner to Peterson.
Nice pass.
Goodwin made the block at one end. Can he score here? Yes, he can. Give the Trojans the lead back.
Wong couldn't do much with that fourth foul, Coach.
He took advantage of the size as well. Gave it up.
USC shooting over 70% in the second half. Here's McGusty. It's not there, so it goes back out to Wong.
Got to be under control, Wong, now. Those are the foul problems.
Moore dishing the last moment. Beautiful assist to Wartenberg.
What a time dive, huh? Good players bail out passes beautifully.
Miami by 1. Peterson goes back outside to Anderson. Moore won't let him have it. Let's put back down low to Goodwin. Tough pass. Wong saw it coming. Telegraphed. Trailer to Moore.
I thought he was shooting.
In the paint, and he gets it to go.
And nobody in the center spot. He can roam. Finish big time. Sally.
Timeout.
Huh? Showing some onions early here. Taking over this team. Andy trying to get an answer on his end.
March Madness continues tonight. 8 more first-round games across CBS, TBS, TNT, and True TV. You decide the games you want to watch. We'll be here for the Cal State Fullerton and Duke game on CBS, followed by Michigan State and Davidson, as these two coaches have seen quite a second half. 3 ties, 10 lead changes in the second half. Peterson in the paint, fade away, and USC's hit its last 5 from the floor.
And he likes that. He likes that little fadeaway. Nice spin move, patient, deliberate. Out of that time out there, Peterson getting it going.
Moore, and that's going to be a foul call on Anderson.
Wow. Sort of a wasted play by him, don't you think? Out that far from the basket.
Watch CBS Sports HQ for the best coverage of the big dance. Tournament highlights, picks, previews, recaps on the free 24/7 Sports News Network. Download the CBS Sports app to watch today.
Yeah, I agree with you, Raph. Time and score. You don't need that play. Put him on the free throw line now. Appreciate the effort.
2 shots, 10 team fouls on the Trojans. And Moore's, well, his stat line, he's got 13 points season average. He's got 5 assists season average and 4 steals.
Pretty impressive. He's a gamer, no question. 70% free throw shooter.
And Wong picked up that 4th foul. He took over.
He did.
5'11", dominating on the floor on both ends.
A battle of philosophies, really. Small versus big.
Makes it a 3-point lead for the Canes.
He can rag his guy, too, and he's got to be careful. He can pick it.
Anderson trying to be careful. Gets it to Mobley in the corner.
They've stopped doubling. Let's see what they do it this time.
Come on a dribble.
Anderson cutting through, puts it up and in.
They forgot about him. And he has been tough. Solid.
Again, Miami with only 2 turnovers the entire game. Haven't had one in 15 minutes.
They're switching to D, Grant. That foul line's been wide open on flashes and kicks.
Go to the zone.
Looking for a back screen lob. This is where he's tough in traffic.
Wong gave it up quickly to McGusty. And USC gets the rebound.
The zone work. Didn't really probe.
I like, once again, for USC, get the ball to Mobley on the block. Let him make the read on that last play.
He's heading down there.
So they got a double. Somebody's got to dive. There you got an open kick.
That's a push foul.
That's 5 on Wong.
Mike Krzyzewski and the Blue Devils arriving. The last tournament run beginning tonight for Coach K. And Mickey entering the building. Face Cal State Fullerton.
But they've been doing that in a lot of games for a lot of years, right?
A lot of loading docks.
My goodness.
So
He's been on more buses than Ralph Cramden.
How about Wong's performance as he fouls out? 22 points. Opened each half by being all the offense for Miami. 1-1 coming up here for Dixon Waters.
That was smart by Dixon Waters to drive that closeout, knowing that Wong had 4 fouls. I'm impressed by this freshman.
They're looking for help.
And the infield can't believe it. It was right in front of them. It's going to be Miami basketball.
They're looking for Bo to help out on that particular call. He was a distance.
The Krzyzewskis, who on June 4th will celebrate their 53rd wedding anniversary, as infield is still giving the officials an earful.
Yeah, big play. Can't play. Back to the zone again. See if they do a little different attack.
McGusty, stutter step, and Dipsy doing a foul.
And smart attack right there. Oftentimes against the zone, you kind of move the ball around the perimeter, but attacking off the bounce, drawing a foul. And McGusty getting to the free throw line. Important play right there on that possession for Miami.
And it's the 4th on Goodwin. So you got 2 starters for USC with 4, Goodwin and Peterson.
And that out of bounds play could.
Crucial.
Yeah.
Sure, you can't blame him.
Andy infield irate.
So McGusty, first team All-ACC, first team All-ACC tournament. At the line for 2.
Hasn't shot the ball well here tonight, 4-17 from the field, but is capable of making big plays even though he's struggling. Ball in his hands here in the last 2 minutes.
I like when he gets in the lane too. He really can create for others as well as finishing.
For the 3-point lead. Got them both.
I need Anderson to help out here.
Peterson will bring it up for the Trojans.
As I said earlier, Mobley has to touch the ball this possession.
Hasn't yet. Anderson looking for help.
Well, this is the pressure defense we saw earlier from Miami. Down to 7.
Peterson working on McGusty. Stuck. Has to put up the 3. Long rebound comes out to Moore. Miami has it.
Not a pretty trip at all.
Tough possession.
Never got into anything.
McGusty.
Back to man.
Clock is your friend right now if you're Miami.
Now Moore. Working the perimeter with 7 to shoot. McGusty, 2-point shot. And Miami's up far, big time.
They went under.
McGusty.
And I told you, he had been struggling, but hit a big shot when his team needs it.
They went under on him, made him pay.
Peterson with a 3. And USC, 2 empty trips and a foul.
And this kid plays with a lot of confidence here. It hung up, no show on the ball screen, and boy, hey, mightily.
Not easy to do when you've been struggling, but the belief, the confidence, all first team ACC hitting a big time shot. And conversely for USC, 2 possessions, Mobley doesn't touch the basketball.
It'll be Joseph to shoot 2.
That was a bad defensive trip by USC too. It hung up on the ball screen. The big playing center field, not able to help out.
Got them both. Freshman from Arlington, Massachusetts, as the Hurricanes go on a 6-point run in the late going. Guys coach up a little USC strategy. Now down 7.
The big thing they've been able to do, back screen pop, ball screen pop, slip into the goal. You know, Mobley's been making some threes. Maybe get him involved, you would said that, but just a real dilemma, I think, on the defensive end has cost them dearly.
I think a rip screen, get Mobley into the block. I mean, he's been so good at either scoring, getting to the line, or finding open teammates. They've gone away from that here the last few minutes, and it's really hurt.
And also defensively, what are we going to do when we score? How are we going to set up big on the ball, deny the inbounds pass? Just some bad judgment on the offensive end, too. And plus that out of bounds call, too.
USC had cut the margin to 1 at 59-58 with 3 minutes left. But now over the last 2 minutes plus, a 6-0 stretch for the Hurricanes. Just 44 seconds remaining.
And Coach L, Jimmy, full court pressure. They're not going to foul, but at least contain. Got to go quick. Fake exchange, go to the rim.
Peterson got a good look here. Knocks it down.
What a great set. Great call. Dribble drive, kick, collapse the D.
34 seconds.
We got a perfect trap. He's out of bounds.
He was. He's on the line. They turn it over for just the third time in this game.
That was a great timeout by Andy Enfield. He set up both ends. The offensive play for the deep shot. And right here, the big thing for Peterson, you got to take away that sideline. Didn't quite get there, but that foot out of bounds.
Peterson 6'9", good one as well. A big-time trap. A lot of length there defensively.
Got a clock issue.
And now, Raph, it's a two-possession game. You don't need a three in this situation, but something quick would be good if you're USC and give yourself a chance to set up that press.
Yeah, the deuce is just as quickly as you can possibly get it. A little free timeout as they get squared away with the clock.
I love Anderson on that play. Drove.
How about that?
Collapsed the defense, and Peterson wide open at the top.
I might do something on top for Anderson. Let him turn the corner. Same idea, maybe a wing jump shot out of it.
What point did he step out?
It's got to be there.
Looked like they were, the bench over there, USC was pointing before he stepped out of bounds.
Why not? Any advantage or influence, I should say.
Didn't appear to be much. Maybe, what, a half second?
At the most, maybe. 32. They're setting up things down the road, too. Take another look at the shot clock. Game clock, I should say.
It's out right there, so that's a 32-5.
That's a second.
Yeah, it's a second.
The second counts.
We're going to go to 32-6. Okay, Mobley is going to inbound for the Trojans.
And size to look over the top.
Some misdirection here. Maybe Goodwin at the rim or Peterson.
I was thinking throw in, give him a back screen to the block.
There's Anderson. With Moore, the great defender, on him.
Close
Out
the
to
gate.
Peterson. Can he get a second one here? Yes, he does! Incredible!
How about that double screen? What a setup. Great use of the timeout.
Down the one.
This is impressive. Out of the timeout, right? Run Mobley all the way through to a double screen.
They ran the close the elevator play right there. Peterson comes through. Great screen by Mobley and Goodwin. He's a little off balance, but knocks down another three. But I love the play out of the timeout.
With 44 seconds to go, USC was inbounding down 7. In a matter of 19 seconds, Peterson hits 2 and helps force a turnover, and it's down to 1.
There goes down on the inbounds. I would do the big on the ball. I would go even 2 traps, Grant. You got plenty of time, and then make your decision whether you're going to give it or not.
You don't have to foul right here, as you're saying, if you're USC. Miami, they have to value the basketball. You can't beat this pressure necessarily with a dribble. You have multiple ball handlers on the floor. Getting the ball from the front court to the back court to the front court is a must for the Hurricane.
Moore is one of the guys you want to get the ball to if you can, or McGusty. They may try and influence, get it to a bigger recipient.
The USC, though, you want to be careful trapping because Moore is crafty. He can draw the foul. Obviously turn the ball over on that last play.
Force it to that one corner, maybe by the USC bench if they can.
And it looks as Miami comes out of this timeout. They'll keep 2 offensive players down the floor.
Again, screen for Charlie Moore to come either side. Let's see if they double him or jump to him and let Wardenberg be the recipient.
It'll be McGusty to inbound. And Goodwin will defend that inbounds pass. Now he's going to back off.
They're going to double Charlie Moore on the catch here. Oh, they gave the foul, Mobley.
Going to send Wardenberg to the line for 2.
70% free throw shooter.
Yep. 42 of 60 on the season. Hasn't attempted one in this game. senior from Auckland, New Zealand, with 2 free throws. As much tension as you can find. NCAA tournament time, 24 seconds.
Right now, neither team with timeout, so it's on the fly. Got to squeeze with the USC, and maybe a slap back more in an inside spot, see if you can get a, if it's a miss.
Second one. Makes it a 2-point game.
Right now, Miami, you cannot leave Peterson defensively.
Anderson's not going to get a touch.
He's going to drive it in, and he ties it.
How about this kid?
Took it right to the rack. Now, again, no timeouts. Moore in Miami.
Got to play him. He can't turn the corner. He's going to settle for the 3.
Moore driving the paint, puts it up, and it's swatted away.
Got a foul underneath.
Yeah, he was fouled low there by Anderson. Moore might have initiated that contact a little bit. So crafty, but you called it, Raph. Down low.
Yeah, unbelievable. You knew he was going to take it, and that's when you got to communicate. I got him, I'm here.
Yep, no question he got him with the body and on the arm. And Moore to the line with 3 seconds to go. %73%.
Unbelievable. Done this his whole life, this kid.
Now, neither team, as you said, with a timeout, right?
Got to set up the pressure,
Set up the
detain,
pressure.
but don't gamble.
And if you're USC, don't take the ball out right away. Get everybody set down the court before you inbound the ball.
Let's see if they set up some back screen and then pop, get it to half court.
Peterson hanging out at half court.
Yep.
Here's the second for Moore. Puts him up 2. Whew. Mobley to inbound, looking deep. Comes to Peterson. He's got time. Peterson launches an improbable shot. Oh, he banked it, hit the rim, and it's Miami's 68-66 survival test.
From our angle, it looked good off the glass.
Butler Duke, it reminded me of sitting the same angle, almost a kiss.
Had 2 hurricanes in the area.
How about Charlie Moore with free throws? That kid is tough-minded. Boy, this one almost goes.
Can you imagine?
Wow. Peterson, though, 2 big threes, a big finish at the rim.
How about all the lead changes? 12 lead changes in the second half.
Both these teams leaving it all out there in this game. Wow.
Heartbreak.
Heartbreak it is for that side, but Miami pretty resilient. They saw that 13-point first half lead evaporate early in the second half, and they had to come back several times, and they did to pull it out 68-66. Tracy, over to you.
Certainly an interesting one down the stretch there, but they tie it up, and of course they put the ball in your hands. Your thought process down the stretch there, and then of course when you're on the free throw line for those shots to win it.
I just knew it was a tight game. At 8 seconds, we had 1 possession left. I just wanted to get downhill, make a play for my teammates or for myself. I just didn't want to force anything. Coach put trust in me, my teammates trusted me to make that play, so I just wanted to make a good play for my teammates.
It took a long time for you to get adjusted to being in Miami and with this team, but as Coach said, you're the glue guy. You're the Chris Paul of this team. But what is it like to be able to win a game here in the tournament for Coach?
Oh, man, that's a great feeling. It's a one-in-a-lifetime type of opportunity. I just want to take full advantage of it. Play hard for my teammates, for the coaching staff, and it was a great win. USC played hard. It was a great team. But basketball, that happens, so we got the win.
Coach, you talk about this team never panicking. What did they show you down the stretch here?
I don't know. I'm exhausted. That was an incredible game. And we played so well, so hard in the first half, and then Southern Cal played so great in the second half. And it comes down like a lot of games in March Madness. Somebody's got to step up and make a big play. Charlie did that tonight. Sam Wardenberg's free throw was critical for us. So this is college basketball at its best. That's why they call it the big dance. We like to dance, don't we, Charlie?
Yeah,
we like to
we're going
dance.
to the second round, Coach.
Yes, you are. We'll see you on Sunday, Jim.
Well, you gotta love it. It is March Madness. They do like to dance, and they'll dance again on Sunday against Auburn. The tournament continues with games now on TNT and TBS. True TV returns at 7 Eastern with a Nissan NCAA tip-off, followed by Wright State and Arizona. Coming up next, True TV's Impractical Jokers. After these messages, Miami advances.